Daisy has been great. For many young girls and struggling students, Miss Daisy Mina Antwi is more than a name. She is a second chance. Through her NGO, she restores dignity and hope by awarding scholarships to needy students and teenage mothers who once believed their dreams had ended. She has refurbished broken school buildings and revived silent libraries, transforming abandoned spaces into places of possibility. Where society saw limitations, she built opportunities. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
How did you feel when you heard that you have been nominated first of all and then eventually chosen as a top 10?
I'm a known advocate for children literacy, women entrepreneurship, and women empowerment, with focus on slums in rural Ghana. So for my works, I don't usually do Accra, I do the slums and the rural areas. I'm trying to make education fun, attractive, accessible, and sustainable. For me, when I was growing up, I knew education was my only way out of poverty. But I realized that most people don't know that. And so they try to do all sorts of things, drugs, peddling, prostitution. And I wanted to use myself as an example for these young people to emulate and see that, listen, with education, you can get there.
So I chose Daisy because I've actually volunteered with her before, so I know what she's doing. The others I just hear, so I cannot nominate someone that I haven't worked closely with.
You keep saying we. What is this we, or who are these we, and what is this team?
Oh, so I have about 8 constant team that I work with, from PR to volunteers, management, all of that. Speaking about it, then we have every year for us here at the non-profit. After every outreach, we dissolve the volunteer page and recruit. Okay. I don't like familiarity.
Okay.
It stalls work. So once we're done with an outreach, I recruit new volunteers, and we've had over 60 at a time volunteers. So we renovate a school block. We register 2,000 children on the NHIS. We do health screening. We brought in doctors, nurses, nutritionists, dieticians, lab technicians. We tested them for hepatitis, malaria, typhoid, and HIV. And then we also shared stationaries.
Why did you decide that for you education is a key and you have to focus on that?
I think my first encounter was when I met a child who was in SHS and couldn't, I think it wasn't necessity, it was a one word, I think it was necessity or elephant. And this is a child who was going to write the beats and they couldn't spell it. So I realized that, the educationist people are doing well, but then they also need some of us to also come on board and help.
Of all the places you've gone to, which one did you find most exciting, most humbling, most challenging, and give you the most satisfaction?
My most exciting will be Volta region. I was in Mafiego, and for the first time, I was well received, because usually with what we do, we've been spat at, we've been shouted at, we've been cast out, we've been sacked from community. What made me cry was Sisala East. There's a community called Do. We reached out to the entire community, and the journey itself, we drove over 16 hours. The ties were busting here and there.
Was that your first time up north?
Yes, and accident, we were having accident. It was crazy, and I don't know, I think something was if you're not smart, you think there's a force against you not to go there. So the purpose of the trip was to reach out to the entire community to give them relief funds. Okay. So there was food, there was stationaries, there were clothing, and other relief items. Small non-profit. I literally have to work 4 or 5 jobs to come and put the fund in the non-profit. I don't have international grants, nothing. I found my non-profit by myself. So
that's actually what I was going to ask.
I'm always working like a horse.
So you use your own money to do this?
Yes, and then every September I become a beggar. Because September we have our back to school and we have over 43 children on our scholarship scheme. So I need to pay tuition fee.
You have a scholarship scheme?
Yes, scholarship welfare. The welfare is for children who have been able to put in school but they don't have pocket money for food. So we give, it used to be 6 cedis, but now we give 8 cedis each to that child. Then we have, for feeding at school. And then we have those who are paying the tuition fee. And I can't stop. I was in Tamale in December. I adopted 2 more. There's 8-year-old Hanan who's amputated. I'm trying to figure out how to get him a prosthetic leg. There's 14-year-old Fadila who ran away from child marriage, who hasn't seen the walls of a classroom at 14 years old.
In my community, we have a lot of teenagers, dropouts, and they are doing nothing. So I'm here to console them and also go and teach them, sensitize them on education.
So the Pulse project were training women in batik and tie and dye. It was one of the reasons I was in Tamale. We trained over 500 women in batik and tie and dye. I should have won one of them.
We're looking for an opportunity like this to have this kind of training so that we also go back and train other people in the community.
I want to go till I see that, Charlie, that's equity.
Are you sure you can reach that?
I am very sure.
Which means you are willing to take more people on?
More people. I'm willing to do more jobs and hopefully more people come on board.
She is very passionate about what she does. So when we go to outreaches, she goes all in now. Sometimes she borrows money. We sometimes go for fundraising, asking people, soliciting for funds and stuff.
I have medications from LITAB. It was supposed to be for the SMILE project, but I don't even have money to go and renovate the school, to do the painting, the doodling works, pay workers to work. So without money, the product is vague, and you see, I'm holding the product. So we need massive funding, and see, we're very transparent with the expenditure. I'm Mina Antwi, founder and curator here at Gold Coast Literacy Program. Join us in changing narratives, leaving none behind.
This is a conversation with Daisy, one of our nominees, top 10, and she told her story. Of course, on Community Legends on ChannelOne TV, we hear all the stories, and at the end of the day, one person emerges the overall winner. But whatever the case may be, this is a story that is very, very important, helping build a community, one child at a time in one corner somewhere in Ghana. This is Umaru Sanda Amadou. You're watching Community Legends on ChannelOne Television.
Community Legends, celebrating everyday heroes. Community Legends, celebrating everyday